Hey, it's good to see you. I know it's a Wednesday night, and I suck because I didn't make a video last weekend, and I realized that probably about lunchtime on Monday. It just hit me out of nowhere. I thought, you didn't even talk to them all weekend last weekend. You didn't say shit. I do apologize. Normally, I make at least one video on the weekend, and last weekend was just weird. I had a lot that I had to get done. I was just working on a bunch of separate things, and I meant to make a video and I forgot all about it. But I got rid of a whole bunch of Christmas stuff. Okay, so I found this lady that I think I mentioned it on the other channel that wanted the decorations for my trees because she works in a nursing home, and she was going to use some in the nursing home this coming Christmas and some in her house. I said, that's perfect. Well, I went through the attic. Hey, there's Pumpkin. Hey, Punky dude. Hey. She wants a lap. So I thought, I was going through the attic, and I pulled out a bunch of extra ornaments and stuff that I thought, I don't really have a plan to use these anytime soon. So I sent her a message. I said, would you have any interest in some more stuff? I have the stuff for the two trees, but I have even more if you would be interested. She said, oh, absolutely. All right. So my younger son and I were going down to the die-cast place. She lives in Lexington. So we were going to the die-cast place anyway, which is in Lexington. And I said, we're going to be down there Saturday. This was last weekend. Do you want us to just, bring it to you? And she said, that'd be fantastic. I live like 3 minutes from there. So we took her all the stuff. I had a car load. I mean, the trunk was full. The whole back seat was full. I mean, my car was packed full. So I got a bunch of stuff out of the attic, which was really great. It was really good. I cleared out like probably 6 totes worth of ornaments and Christmas decorations that I've had for a while, and I was thinking I might use them again, but I haven't. And I thought, just, instead of just leaving it up here, just send it on to somebody that will actually use it. So that's what I did. Hey, Pumpkin. Yeah, getting hair all over me. How are you shedding so damn bad in the middle of winter? This cat sheds. I don't know how you have any hair. You should be one of those hairless cats by now. Damn. Pumpkin, stop. Ugh. Sorry, anyway. So I apologize. But we did that. And I took a bunch of stuff to the little thrift store. And then I had somewhere I had to be. And I had somewhere else I had to be. And last weekend just got away from me. And I do apologize. Whew. Well, let me tell you. Yesterday and today have been a mess. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. If you do, you might have seen the picture I posted last night. Damn it. So I was in an exercise class last night, and we had maybe 15 minutes left in the class, and I looked over and I saw that my younger son had texted me. And I picked up my phone to read it, and I saw he said, we have a problem. So, well, now you got my attention. And he sends me this picture. And for a minute, I didn't even know what I was looking at. He said, Mom, we have a problem. And he showed me a picture of the ceiling in the kitchen downstairs. The biggest water stain I've ever seen in my life. This damn thing is 6 feet across. Big, new. It was not there yesterday morning when I left for work. I would have noticed that. No, it was not there. Long story short, I don't know shit about plumbing. But what happened is so there's the big pipe coming down from the toilet under the subfloor had a clog in it, and the water pressure built up, and shit's fucked up. That's all I know. So a whole bunch of water came out. There's no hole in the pipe. I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, the wax seal around the toilet is messed up. We're gonna have to have that redone. So they had to cut some holes in the ceiling downstairs to figure out where the water was coming from. It was a mess. So, but I was able to get a plumber out here last night. There's a company here that will send somebody out. Now you gonna pay, but I have water dripping down in my kitchen. Like, I want to see if I can get somebody out here tonight to look at this. And so I have big holes cut out of my ceiling now. And he got the clog cleared. They're coming back Friday to do some more work on it. And I also discovered, this is the worst part of it all, actually. While he was up there looking around, he said, you have polybutylene pipes. I said, no, I don't. He said, no, you do. You do. Well, the pipes downstairs have been redone, but the ones up there in the ceiling downstairs have not. They're still the pipes that crumble over time. They just kind of disintegrate. Yeah, that's what I have in both of my bathrooms up here. I know that now. So he said, that's not the problem. That's not what caused this leak, but I just wanted you to know you do have those pipes. You don't have to replace them now, but if I were you, I probably would, if you can swing it. Because it's not a matter of if, it's just when are these pipes going to crack or burst or come apart, and you're going to have another leak. I'm just telling you. Because this house is over 30 years old, and they've been in there this whole time. And yeah, he said, you don't have to do anything. I'm not telling you have to do anything, but I'm telling you, you have the pipes. You have city water. That's going to degrade them even faster because of the shit they put in the water. He didn't say shit. That was me. He was very nice. He wasn't foul-mouthed like some of us around here. I've been a little foul-mouthed ever since, like, a big chunk of my ceiling just, absorbed a whole bunch of water yesterday and dripped it all over my floor. My God. See, I was going to pay off my house this year. That was my goal. It's a lofty goal. It's ambitious. It's not impossible. But I'm not really taking any vacations this year. I was kind of thinking about taking a cruise. I have decided not to. I'm not going to do it. I would rather take that money and put it towards paying off my house. But now I got to deal with this. Now, I know you could say, why don't you talk to the homeowner's insurance? Long story short, sometimes that can cause more problems than it can solve. I really don't want water damage on my record. Anyway, long story short, I'm not going to file this with my insurance. I'm not going to involve my homeowner's insurance at all. I'm going to take care of this myself. That is going to take a big wet bite out of what I was going to pay on my house. And I don't know how much yet. I'm going to get an estimate to get the polybutylene pipes replaced with something better. I'm going to get an estimate on that soon. I have to get the ceiling down there fixed. I don't know yet how much of the ceiling they're going to have to cut up to fix what they're going to fix. There's a lot I don't know yet. A lot of it right now is kind of uncertain because this all just happened last night. So it's like 24 hours old that this problem has erupted. So for now, we can't use the bathroom at the top of the stairs. He said the shower's fine. You can use the shower. Just don't use the toilet. So I took some, and my kids are like, Mom, we're not going to forget, but I had this bright orange masking tape. So I just put a bunch of masking tape over the toilet and drew a big frowny face on the tape with a marker and wrote, no. No. So the lid is now taped down and has a frowny face on it. So anyway, we're going to get it done. I'll get it done. I'll have to have my ceiling redone down there. I don't know. It is not going to be cheap. I know it's not going to be cheap. But hell, I'm not taking a vacation this year. So like that is going to be my vacation. And the sad thing, see, the thing that sucks about owning a home is eventually you'll have to do something like this. Whether you do it yourself or you pay somebody, you still have to pay in time and materials at least to fix it. And the thing that sucks about it is a lot of times when you're done, it looks exactly the same. So you don't even have the satisfaction of going, wow, that looks a lot better than it did before. No, it's just going to look like a damn ceiling. It's, thousands of dollars. It'll look just like it did a week ago. Whoop-de-freaking-do. I hate that about owning a house. I swanny. Dental work is kind of the same. You can spend thousands of dollars on your teeth and nobody would know by looking at them. Yeah, it sucks. Anyway, so that's what I dealt with in this morning when I came downstairs. A whole section of the ceiling fell on the floor overnight, and I had to clean that up first thing this morning. It's bad because it's soaked, so some of it just went flop. I wish I could have heard it, that meaty slap. I bet it sounded funny when it hit the floor. I was sound asleep. I didn't hear anything. But so there's that. But look, y'all, okay, so that's what happened last night, and it really sucks, and I'm mad about it, but it's okay, because we're going to work it out. It's going to be fine, and it's only January. It's okay. I'm still going to work towards my goal. I can at least come damn close to paying off my house, and that's something. That would be really great. That would be really great. That's what I'm hoping for. Maybe it won't be too expensive, and we can get back on track. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm going to try to spend less this year, live with less, spend less. Wasn't planning on having to fix that. Now that was not part of my financial plan for this year, but that's one of those unforeseen catastrophes that I said, barring any unforeseen catastrophes. Well, there's an unforeseen catastrophe. Anyway, we'll get it fixed. But I have to tell you this weird thing that happened this morning. Now, this was weird. This was really weird. Okay. I don't know how to explain it. I have no explanation for it. Now, I am one of these people. I consider myself to be fairly, I don't want to say rational, and I guess not even analytical, because sometimes I can go off the deep end with shit. I am not one to read a whole lot into things. Like, I'm not one of these people that sees signs everywhere. Like, oh, that's a sign from God that, you should marry this person or divorce this person, or, God was speaking to me, or my dead grandma came and I saw a cardinal and that told me that she's here. I mean, if those things give people comfort, I think that's great. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that at all. I've just never really been a person to look at the world that way. And if you are, that's fine. I'm not sitting here acting like I'm the shit, because I'm not the shit. I'm a goober on the internet. Right, Pumpkin? She just wants her lap back. She don't give a shit. She has patiently waited for me to put my legs back down. I've been sitting all scrunched up, but now I have to hold the phone at an awkward angle. Pumpkin, there's a better way to do this. Hang on. I went to all the trouble to set up my tripod to hold my phone so I could give her a lap, and she left. Pumpkin, come here. Come here. She's back. Okay. So I am not one to see, I don't read things into things, Oh, is my lap not good enough for you now? I think the tripod being there is freaking her out, because it doesn't take much to freak her out. She's kind of high strung. Anyway, lay down. So I'm not one to read into things. This was just freaking weird. Okay. I don't have an explanation for it. Okay. Enough build up. Get to the point. So, I'm still driving the metro every day. My son still has no idea when he's getting the truck back. And I let me tell you, was it Tuesday morning? Tuesday morning, I went out to get into the metro and the lock was frozen. I could not unlock the car. So I was able to unlock the passenger side and get in. And I crawled over to the driver's side, over the stick shift, crawled over to the other side, and I could not, the lock was messed up. I could not get the door to open on the driver's side. And I went back in the house and I was so mad, and my son was getting ready to leave, and I saw him and I said, I swear to God, you better get that freaking truck fixed. I have had it. I want my car back. He's been driving my car now for over 2 months. How long? It's probably been close to 3 months. I said, I need my car back. I love the metro. I need my car. This is driving me crazy. Anyway, I finally got the lock opened, and I was just so mad. Well, this morning, so I had a Metallica CD, because I thought, there's a CD player in the metro. I'm gonna pop a CD in there and listen to some Metallica. So I had And Justice for All in there. So I popped it in there this morning. I get ready to leave. I put it in. I get maybe a mile from the house. I'm rocking, going down the road, everything's fine, and the CD player stops. That's weird. The radio was still on, but the CD stopped playing. The radio came on. The radio came on to 95.5, which is a station that personally I have referred to for over 20 years as God Radio. It is the BBN, the Bible Broadcasting Network or something. My mom loves 95.5. That is the only radio station she's listened to for over 20 years. And it's this, they play this music, and I don't know how to describe it. It's like, okay, so now you have K-Love, positive, encouraging K-Love that plays like contemporary Christian. 95.5 does not play any of that. That they probably consider that like the devil's music or something. That's too out there for them. You know, Amy Grant or I don't know any Christian singers. Sorry. That's too much for them. No. They play this music and it all sounds like oh, and it sounds like a Gregorian chant to summon leprechauns out of a stump. It is the weirdest sounding shit. It is just this, it's all like choral music, not like Coral in the Sea, but like a chorus, but it's all, oh, Pumpkin does not like it when I do that. She tensed up. Sorry, I'll stop. I hate this. I'm sorry. I hate this station because whenever I would go visit my mom, God radio was always on in the background, and it was creepy because you just hear, oh, sorry. Just in the background. Every song sounds like that. All the songs sound the same to me. I can't tell them apart. Or there'll be somebody on there preaching and, you know, always asking for money. And that was the thing that irked me the most about this channel, other than the Gregorian chants for the leprechauns, was they were constantly begging for money, like constantly begging for money. Send us money, send us money. Like, do they ever stop begging for money? Like, it's so annoying how much of that they do. Constantly begging for money. Anyway, that's the station that came on. Now, I had it playing a CD. It stopped the CD, went to the FM band. I do not have 95.5 as a preset. It has never played in that metro, not as long as I've been driving it. And I asked Linda the Good Witch tonight because I saw him tonight, and I told him what happened. He said, yeah, that station has never been played in that car, I promise you. No. Because he said, I know exactly the station you're talking about, the Bible broadcasting. Yeah. Because his dad, who has unfortunately passed away, he said, my dad used to listen to that all the time. I hated that station. Everybody, the songs are just so weird, and all they ever do is preach and ask for money. I said, exactly. It sucks. Why do they like that station? I don't know. So it was playing God radio. I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't turn it off. I could turn the volume down. I could not turn it off. I tried changing, like this got a touch screen. Needless to say, this is not the radio that came in this car. It's a 92 Metro. I mean, I'm surprised. I probably didn't have a radio at all. Glinda the Good Witch put this in after the fact. So I hit Pandora, I hit Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, CD again, God radio, because it would pause for a minute, God radio. Hit another thing, it would pause, back to God radio. 95.5. It would not move off that station. It did not, it's never done this before. It has never done anything like that before, ever. I've been driving this car for a bit now. I have never had this happen in the whole time I've been driving this car. So I took the CD out. I just like completely just take it out, wave it around for a minute, put it back in. God radio. It paused for a minute. It thought about it. The devil's music or God radio? God radio it is. So it played God radio all the way to work. I also got bullied by a Miata this morning. I had some man in a tiny little Miata try to bow up at me on the way to work. Like, you're in a Miata, okay? Jeez, I don't think you're even allowed to get mad in a Miata. Like, that's just ridiculous. He was just bullying me because I'm the only other tiny car on the road. I like to see him try that with an F-150. So yeah, I had a guy try to be a Billy Badass in a little yellow Miata this morning. It was funny as hell. So I go to work. I work all day. I get back out to the car. I thought, I wonder what the radio's going to do. So I start the car. Metallica played for about 2 seconds, and back to God radio it went. So I sat there for a minute in the car. And I performed a little monologue for God. I said, God, look, this is too far. Okay, this is too much. You've gone too far with this right here. I don't know what message you're trying to convey to me. This ain't it. Not now. Look, my ceiling is falling apart. I cannot get a Pepsi with carbonation in it. I cannot get a bottle of Pepsi that's not flat. I'm still driving a shoe to work every day with no power steering, no safety features other than a questionable seatbelt. I don't even have an automatic transmission, and it's cold in here. You know, there's other shit going on. You cannot throw God radio at me right now. That is a bridge too far. I refuse to accept. Like, I'm pointing at the radio like, this is too much. Will you please reconsider? And then I put on my questionable seatbelt and drove away. And I went about a mile down the road. God radio stopped. And my CD started playing again. And it played all the way home. And it seems to be fine now. Now, what the hell was that? So do you think that is a message? Because my first thought when I accepted the inevitability of God radio, I was almost to work, and I'm like, you're stuck with God radio, just live with it. And I thought, you know what would be weird would be if I got a phone call that my mother had passed away, because I would totally believe she would send me this as like her parting message to me, like, you need to get right with God. You need listen, because she always said you need to listen to these people. You know, maybe if you would listen to a few of the sermons, you wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't bother you so much or something. Like, you know, you need to listen to what they have to say. Do I need to listen when they're preaching or when they're begging for money? Because they seem to beg for money more than they preach. I'm just saying. They're a little bit more worried about your money than they are your soul. That's vulgar. Don't she always tell me I was vulgar. That's vulgar talk. Don't talk like that. You're not going to go to heaven talking like that. That's vulgar. It's not vulgar. It's the truth. I'm sorry if the truth bothers you, but these people beg for money every 30 seconds on this station. Don't tell me you haven't noticed. She was always sending them money. Oh, she was always writing out checks to the BBN. Like, quit giving them money. They're doing the Lord's work. Well, maybe they are, but I don't. So after I've been subjected to them against my will, I still don't like them. I like them even less now. I thought, wouldn't that be funny if that was like my mom's parting message to me? She hijacks the radio in my car on my way to work. And then she heard my lecture and was like, fine, I guess she's not going to get the point. Let her rot in hell. Give her stupid devil music back. She doesn't need to be listening to it, but you know what? Let her. She's a grown woman. Let her go. Let her burn in hell. I can't stop her. I tried. I'm off to heaven. Yeah. That, you know what? That wouldn't have surprised me if I'd gotten a call like, yeah, Mom died. I know. She hijacked my radio. So that was funky. I had to tell you that. Well, I accidentally hit stop a second ago, so I'm going to have to splice some video together. At the end, I'm going to show you, right after this, I will show you the two clips. I'm going to have to get these off of here and put them on my computer and put them together, and I need to hurry up because I still have to take a shower and go get ready for bed because I got to go to work in the morning. But I wanted to show you, I will show you what the ceiling looked like when I got home last night, and then what it looked like after he cut into it. Now, the second little clip that I'm going to show you, I didn't know yet what the diagnosis was, but I had found out about the pipes, the polybutylene pipes. So I had just found that out, so I was pretty pissed. I'm still pissed, but you know, it is what it is. I can't really do anything other than replace them at this point. And I am going to go ahead and do it. I mean, now that I know about it, there's no sense in fixing the ceiling and leaving those pipes up there because they're a ticking time bomb, and it's only a matter of time before one of them, you know, gives me trouble and starts leaking and messes up the ceiling again. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I know it's not going to be cheap. I know that. But it's got to be done. I did not know that they were up there, but I do now. So we're going to take care of it. I will pay for it. If I don't get the house paid off by the end of the year, it's not the end of the world. It's just kind of a goal that I had. I mean, it would be nice. But if I can't do it, I'm going to at least give it my best shot. I'm going to get as close to it as possible. That would be my lesson, my little nugget of wisdom for today. Just because, okay, so say you have a goal, whatever it is, and you're working towards that goal and something kind of knocks you off course, whatever it is, whether you knocked yourself off course or something out of your control happened, don't give up on your goal because of that. Because sometimes I'm tempted to just say, well, you know, heck with it. I'll go ahead and take my vacation. I'm not going to worry about trying to pay off the house because this has happened. I'm not going to do that. I'm still not, because I was looking into, actually I was looking into a cruise to Cancun this summer out of Florida, like sailing from a port in Florida. It's like a 4-day cruise through Costco Travel, and actually wasn't too much. But I'm looking at what it would cost, because I was going to take, it was just going to be my younger son and me. My older son said he didn't want to go. Um, but I got to looking into it. Like, if you would take what you would spend on that, look how much progress you could make on paying off the house. I mean, that would be, that would help a lot. So I said, you know what, let's don't. I might do something where we go, like, take a stay at the beach a couple of nights or something. That's a lot more affordable. Just rent a place at the beach for like 2 nights or something. I might do that. Maybe we'll do that. But as far as taking like a full-blown vacation, I don't plan to do that this year. No, I'll take time off work and I'll have staycations. We'll just stay home. But I'm going to try not to spend a whole lot of money this year, so I can save as much as possible and pay as much as possible on the house. I really love to get it paid off. So yeah, this thing with the roof, the pipes, it sucks. It really sucks. It does. I'm not happy about it, but it's happened. I have to deal with it. And that's one of the things about owning a home is shit happens. I mean, you're never done. There's always something wrong. There's always going to be something wrong with your house. There's always going to be a door that doesn't shut quite right, a toilet that doesn't flush quite right. There's always something that's just a little off, and eventually you have to fix it. Whether you fix it yourself or you pay somebody, you have to. I mean, it never ends. You might have roof trouble, windows, siding. I've had to do everything but the roof. I've replaced the entire HVAC system in this house. I replaced all the windows, the entire HVAC system, including the ductwork. I had zoning put in, so I have thermostats upstairs and down. All the siding has been redone. The masonite was removed from the house, and I had hardy board put up. The back is vinyl, but that was a whole other story. I have spent, and some other stuff too. I have the countertops redone in all the bathrooms and the kitchen, backsplash done, and some other stuff done. I have spent, we've been here now 7.5 years. I have spent around $70,000 fixing and replacing and upgrading things in this house over 7.5 years. It's roughly $10,000 a year. You're never done. Now that's a lot. I mean, that's more than normal. This house really did kind of need some work when we moved into it, but I got a good deal on it, so I'm not complaining. I got it for a really good price. But there were some things that needed attention, and so we have dealt with everything. Wasn't planning on that. But anyway, just because something knocks you off course a little bit, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Even if you don't make your goal, you can at least make a hell of a lot of progress. Maybe you'll make your goal a little later. Maybe I'll pay off the house in the spring of 2026. Whatever, just keep going. Don't stop just because things get tough or because something doesn't quite go right. Just keep going anyway. That's my advice to you today. Keep going anyway. Okay, I'm going to get this up and I'm going to show you. So anyway, this video is going to end kind of wonky, but here are the 2 clips. They're short. They're like 1 minute a piece that I made last night of my roof down, the ceiling downstairs. So, because it's right above where the bathroom is at the top of the stairs. I'm upstairs, so it's right beneath that where it was leaking. It's a great thing to come home to. Anyway, happy Wednesday night. We do have some nasty weather headed our way sometime Friday. I don't know what that's going to look like. We're just going to have to wait and see. Last weekend, all we got was just a few flurries. We didn't really get anything bad at all. So this one looks like we're going to get some more ice and snow. So this is going to be a little different, I think. But anyway, happy Wednesday. I hope your week is going great, and I will see you again soon. Enjoy the clips. Hey, Happy New Year. So one of my goals for this year was to get my house paid off. Well, my house heard me say that. And guess what I came home to tonight? That. It's dripping into there.
We have somebody here now, actually. We have a plumber that was able to come out tonight, and he's really great. But he is going to have to cut into the ceiling to figure out what the hell's going on up there. So here's what it looks like for now. All right, there we go. That is a big ass water. That all popped up today. That was not here when I left this morning. No, that's new. Isn't it pretty? It looks like an angry teddy bear, like he's raising his fists. This is his little head right here. It's like, yeah. So, this is how I'm starting out my year. No, I still have a plan to get my house paid off this year, but this shit here ain't helping. Y'all, that's a big ladder. Look, he's put down a drop cloth, and he's gonna go up there and cut a 14-inch square in it so he can look in there and try to figure out where the water's coming from. It is just dripping like crazy down here. So after he cuts a hole in it, maybe we'll be able to see where the hell the water's coming from. Y'all, this is bad. This is bad. 3 holes later, I find out. When I had a home inspection done, I was told I had all copper pipes. No, those pipes are the shitty polybutylene pipes that disintegrate over time. You know what that means? That means we're going to have to replace a whole bunch of pipe. Shit. And there's a clog. We think there's a clog in the drain. And he's going to check the water pressure right now. But for what I'm seeing right now, we're looking at a whole lot of money right here. I know it's just that, and it doesn't look like any big deal. But God almighty. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of my ceiling is now on the floor. What do you think, Boop? Can you say big money? This is what big money looks like. You think big money looks like a Lamborghini or some shit? No. When you get to be an adult and you own a home, this is big money right here. This is your big money. Oh my God.